Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Carina and I hope you're all doing great. And today I have my April plan with me for you. So I used the bullet journal of my Mellow Days, the Revivier journal. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. And for April I've decided to go for a lavender theme, and I've started with my watercolors since the Revivier journal is a watercolor journal. So the paper inside of the journal is watercolor paper, so it has some texture to it, so it really looks like a real painting when you paint in it. And I've started with a little painting on the top of my cover page, and I've wanted to look at a little bit like a sunrise, so like this yellow and pinkish sky in the morning, and in front of the sky is a lavender field, and this is what I painted. So I've just started with a background. The green is like the grass in the background, and then I just added some little dots in purple that should show the lavender. And while this is drying, I've decided to go on with the other watercolor paintings. So at the bottom I have 2 lavenders, and this is where I want to have my events to be. And yeah, this is how I went. And then on the left side I've got a little calendar, not really for writing something inside, because on the right side I already have a place for all of my events, but just to have an overall overview about April. At the bottom of the left side I've also choose to go for a quote, and the quote says, "Look for something positive in each day, even if some days you have to look a little harder." And I think this quote is really meaningful to me, because I always get down really fast when something bad happens. Yeah, this is why I choose this quote. And then I've also added some sparkles here and there, just because sparkles are like something that makes a spread complete. I think there's no spread without sparkles for me. And when the background of the right painting dried, I've removed the tape and added some more lavenders that are more in detail, like in the front of the view, you could say, and they are also growing out of the box, which I think is a cool meaning. Like, going out of the box is something you always have to go outside of your comfort zone, and this is why I choose this motif. And then I've added my letterings, like the April header and the events header, also some sparkles overall in there, and some lines on the events page. And for the lavenders I've only it's really easy. It looks more complicated than it is, I believe. I just choose to go with a green line and some leaves, and then I added a lot of purple dots on each of the lines. And I've had 3 purple shades. So the first one I mixed with a little bit of white, then the second one I mixed with more white for some highlights at the top, and then I went with the color out of the palette like it is in the palette, because it's a bit darker than the first color. And with this I added some more shadows, and so I have a little bit more of a 3-dimensional look, even if it's not super realistic, but I believe it's really bringing everything together. The next page that I had is my things to do and my playlist page. So for the playlist page I only added the header with a little bit of sparkles again, because yeah, as I said, there's, I believe, no spread in my journal without any sparkles. And then I've added 4 squares, which are 5 by 5 dots, to glue in the covers of the songs that I want to write in. And then some like details where it looks like you're playing a song on your phone or anything else. But what I have to say is I don't add my songs in the beginning of the month, because I see a lot of people doing this, but I like to do this while the month is going on. So when there's a song that is really speaking to me in this month, then I will add it in, so I have like a throwback on what things I really heard a lot in this month. And then on the left side I had my things to do page, where are my to-dos, my goals, my focus and my work. On the work I just always look how many hours did I work. My goals, I think this is self-explaining, and my focus is what I want to focus on. And on the bottom of this page I've also added again some lavenders, exactly the same way as I did in the page before. It's really a simple way to have a beautiful painting. I think it's also because I love lavender. I think it's a beautiful flower. So and it's super easy to do. Just add a green line, some dots in the line, and then add some darker and lighter shades for highlights and shadows. And I think this is so simple and going on so fast. I believe for this whole setup it only takes me like an hour or 1.5 hours, and normally I go for more. But now we are coming to my next page. This is my trackers pages, and I've decided this is like I always track my things. At the top I have my habit trackers, and at the bottom I have a scale, and then I add in how I felt in this day, so my mood. I write in how good I slept and how much energy I had this day, and also how creative did I felt this day. So did I create anything that makes me happy? Creativity is for me something that really makes me happy, so it's important for me to see, okay, where's my mood, where my creativity is big, and all that stuff. I can just see how could I say it, react to things I do. And this is like a scale from 1 to 10, so 10 is the highest and 1 is the lowest. And for my habits, I choose the habits for my routines. So if I did my evening and morning routine, if I drank enough of water, if I take my vitamins, did I stretch on this day, did I read on this day, and did I created some art on this day. Because the creativity on the scale is more like on how creative did I felt, and the habit is on did I create anything on this day. So I just can see how I felt, if this makes any sense. And again I added some sparkles as always. So the last page for the monthly setup is my brain dump page. This is a page I really need in my journal, I feel like, because this is a page where all of my thoughts and ideas come in that don't have really a specific place to go in my journal. And these are always the same, like on the left top is the title, on the right bottom is doodle and a border around it. And I've again just draw this beautiful lavenders and the sparkles around it. And the last page for this video is my weekly spread. These are also, I feel like, always the same in my bullet journals. I have always a Dutch door where the days come in, and on the sides I have my goals, my to-dos and my notes. Because I have 8 columns of the Dutch door, like I have the 4 on this side and the 4 on the other side, and the week has obviously just 7 days, I just need 7. I always have like a little review space at last, because then I can just write down how was the week going, how did I felt this week, or just overall did something happen this week that was important to write down. So this is this column 4. And then I also added this little quote which says stay positive, and the lavenders at the bottom. And that's all for the setup. This is how I do all of my weeklies. So if you're wondering, this is really how I get organized. This is working the best for me. I've used a lot of weekly spreads, and this is just like chef's kiss. It's the best of anything. So yeah. And that's it for my setup today. Here's some final flip through of all the pages that I did today, and I hope you enjoyed planning with me, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I would be super happy if you would give some thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and if you could subscribe to my channel and join my art journey with me together. Have a great day. Bye.